And that's how we do it. That's gonna be a rant. The last 3 days has been, I've been wearing the same clothes. Something in the last 3 days. I broke it down to 5 things. There's 5 losers in there. There's 1 winner. 1 winner. This is my YouTube history. What have I been looking at? How far is this go back? Oh no, it's still going. It's still going. So have I seen a few videos about this? Yeah, I have. I hate mob mentality stuff. I hate tribal stuff. I'm not too far removed from tribalism. It's not whether you're black or you're white. What tribe are you from? He got up in my grill. Our lot ate his chief on the beach, where the cauldron was where we had eaten his chief. We'd stolen his chief and we ate him on the beach like it was 3 weeks ago. That's tribalism. 3 weeks later we went down and stole all your women and children. So, you know, fair's fair. Tribalism is a dangerous thing. Mob mentality is a dangerous thing. Will had a little bit of a backing of his Hollywood crew. I think he changed his mind halfway through the slap because he was stepping back off it. Part of the only reason I'm doing this, being able to say your mind, PC culture, what joke, you know, making fun of things is a joke. We can't lose that. The whole world will go crazy. By taking a slap, he's got to make that right. If it wasn't justifiable that he gets a slap, he needs to come back on that somehow. I'm ranting now. It's guerrilla tactic stuff. The 5th one is people kind. Just the fact that we're all talking about such an inane thing. The only winner? Alopecia is a real thing. It is Alopecia Awareness Day now. It's alopecia, bitch. Alopecia Awareness Day. It's alopecia. You can't talk about that. You can't say that. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And that's how we do it. This is not the sort of video that this channel is intended for. I do want to have a channel a little bit like this one day. It's going to be called something else with philosophy in it. It's going to be a rant channel. Maybe it is. I don't know. But look, I'm in a bit of a situation here. Me and Maggie. Hey Maggie. She's come to work with me and we're doing a bit of editing. But I haven't been able to do too much for the last 3 days. The last 3 days has been, I've been wearing the same clothes. The last 3 days. The last 3 days, I haven't thought about the war in Ukraine or the price of fuel. And if people cough around me, I'm not so touchy about it anymore. No, it's like it's something in the last 3 days has knocked that out of the news, out of the media, out of everything. And I broke it down to 5 things. I was just talking to Jada before. I broke it down to 5 things. There's 5 losers in this, and you know, like, okay, it's. I'll break that one down for you real quick because there's 1 winner. There's 1 winner. There's 1 winner. Oh, you should check this out. Look, I'm doing some editing here. I'm supposed to be doing some editing, but this is my YouTube history. This is, you know, like, what have I been looking at? You know, what have I been looking at? How far is this go back? Oh no, it's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Oh my, it's still going. So have I seen a few videos about this? Yeah, I have. Yep, this might have been when it started, was it? No, I don't know. It's been a few days. Yeah, that must have been it. Anyway. So, what do you think? Mags doesn't think much of it. She thinks it's all shit. And it's amazing that some stupid little thing can upset so many people. But the thing is, it's not a stupid little thing. And it is very polarizing. Hey, I know people like that Jada. I've dealt with people like that. I'm sure there's some in my family, and I know how they do their thing where they yeah, that term emasculation something. But I want to talk about the five losers. I mean, okay, there's Chris might come out of it, but he's taking a little bit of a hit to his manhood there somehow. He'll work that out, I hope, so he doesn't get tired with anything there. But there's not going to be that many people that back Jada up unless they're people like Jada, or they're just Muppets. You know, that's what I think. But Will's largely done. If that wasn't a mob mentality thing there was a whole mob mentality. I hate mob mentality stuff. I hate tribal stuff. I'm not too far removed from tribalism. Went out for a job, and not for a job, but to do a job on a mine site, and I just happened to say to this fella that was obviously a Kiwi, I said, "Oh yeah, where you from?" or something like that, you know. And it's not with Kiwis that are, you know, from Maori heritage. They don't really say. It's not whether you're black or you're white. It's what tribe you're from. And it was funny. This fella asked me what tribe I was from. I knew what tribes I was from, and he got up in my grill straight away. He was saying that apparently our lot ate his chief on the beach, and he told me there's a big plaque there on Waiku Beach, and where the cauldron was where we had eaten his chief. We'd stolen his chief and we ate him on the beach. And he was saying this like it was 3 weeks ago. That's tribalism. He sort of changed the script a little bit after that and said, yeah, well, 3 weeks later we went down and stole all your women and children. So, you know, fair's fair. And from that time on, he said he's never gone out with a Maori woman, just in case he was his cousin or something. Redneck stuff, like redneck stuff. But anyway, you know, it's a tribalism is a dangerous thing. Mob mentality is a dangerous thing, and I think Will had a little bit of a backing of his crew there, his Hollywood crew. Thought he could get away with that. So it's come down to a Hollywood crew, and well, I don't know what it's come down. It's not really boiling down. A lot of people don't know where they stand on it. They're looking for people. The amount of videos that are out there on this stuff. People are looking to see how to think. I'd like to see how Ricky Gervais sees it. Seeing as he had he might not. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I had my mind made up pretty well straight away. I actually thought it was a lot of the body language was a hoax, sort of stuff. I actually thought it was straight away. The slap. I think he changed his mind halfway through the slap because he was stepping back off it. He wasn't stepping into it. Just the way that Chris put his chin out there, but that could have been also. Yeah, what you got? He was confident in what he'd done, or he might have been thinking there was something going on. When I found out that backstory about Jaden and the son's friend, wow, it opened up a lot of stuff for me. It doesn't really matter what I think. But I think everyone wants to wonder how they would deal with a situation like that, and they might say they would do certain things, and what they say now might affect what they actually do when something happens. You know, so you know, it could affect comedic stuff. And part of the only reason I'm doing this, like I say, it's not the sort of normal video that I would do. It's just that 2 days ago I happened to put something up that happened to be about sort of being able to say your mind, PC culture, what joke, you know, making fun of things as a joke. And I really think that we can't lose that. Because then no one will know what anyone thinks. No one will be able to speak their mind. The whole world will go crazy if you can't say what everyone's thinking. It's a bit of a mess. So yeah, okay. So losers in the room. yeah, Chris is to some extent a loser, but you know, there's some monetary gains and there's some, you know, he kept it together, all that sort of stuff. Props from all that stuff. By taking a slap, he's got to make that right. He's got to make that right. If it wasn't a real thing, you know, if it wasn't justifiable that he gets a slap, he needs to come back on that somehow. And he's a smart bloke, so I think he'll do it. I'm keen to see, you know, everyone paying money to see, just in case he brings it out at one of his shows. So Chris, yeah, Will's down the tubes. Jada's just forget, you know, like, I think there's going to be a whitewashing or a blacklisting. Yeah, no, I don't know if you can say that either. Like, what can you not say? But yeah, it could be a whitewash. It could be, maybe whitewash has got some connotations. I didn't mean it that way, but I don't care. It's a term. That could be blacklisted, whitewashed, blacklisted, blackwashed. No, you can't do that. You can't blackwash. Why can't you blackwash? If you can whitewash, why can't you blackwash? Anyway, I'm ranting now. So there's three. But the Academy Awards, the Oscars and all that sort of thing, I think, even though they've got some traction out of this, it's made the whole Hollywood thing look like a bit of a mockery. You know, when everything's moving away from those established institutions, the old Netflixes and all that sort of thing, and the YouTube especially, you know, like how so much is moving to YouTube, and it's not organised stuff, it's guerrilla tactic stuff where everyone has all the skills and it's not a power base, and you know, it's like the old recording industry and all that sort of thing. Anyway, yeah, so I think they're going to take a hit out of it. I think there's going to be some hit, you know, especially when, you know, someone like Joe Rogan and others, even Russell Brands, was he up to 5.4 million today? What the hell? You know, like, I've been listening to him a little bit lately, and he's gone from 4.8 to 5.4 million in a couple of months, probably. So people are looking for that sort of content more, and just forgetting all that normal media bullshit. So yeah, there's four. The fifth one, I think, is people kind. Now, I haven't really fleshed out this whole thought yet, but just the fact that we're all talking about such an inane thing, so just the fact that people are trying to work out what they would do, or what's right and what's wrong and stuff like that. There's a whole lot wrong and there's a little bit right about all of that. So yeah, that's me five. That's me five. But the only winner, alopecia. Alopecia is a real thing. It is Alopecia Awareness Day now, right? If you've got baldy head, you can now go around saying, it's alopecia, bitch. I don't know. Maybe I'm not black. How do you do that? Yeah, okay. So maybe I'm half white. Maybe I am. But Alopecia Awareness Day. That's what it's come down to. They're the real winners in this. 6 months later, people are going to be saying, oh, it's alopecia. You can't talk about that. You can't say that. It's alopecia. Who knew what alopecia was before this? Anyway, hey, I'm going to go back to editing and do something proper. I'm going to forget all about this bullshit now. I've done it all, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. So, hey, thanks for coming. Talk to you later. Cheers. Ah! Good night, Jim Bob.